Okay, let's test this out, see how everything sounds. Okay, what I'm going to be doing is setting up my charts for the day right before open. Okay, let's start with where's the opening gap? We can clearly see it right here. We'll line up here with regular trading hours. 1 minute. Oh, right there. Hit that gap. The targets will be aiming for. Overnight high. This is the overnight low. That's pretty close. It's only 40 points away. Pretty much in an idiot box right now. Gap one. This is a big drop through here. Five's getting extended. 15. It might pop up and go down. But we'll see it open and just play whatever shows up. And now we just wait and wait and wait. I think I will wear some 15-minute free fair value gaps are. Right there. All the way through here. Really might want to drag through here. Got rejected at this fair value gap here. I don't know. We're at all times high. Always tricky all time high. We got all time high and we got a short holiday week with a third and the fourth of short days, apparently. Both days for some reason. This was perfect on Friday, huh? 3 o'clock power hour was perfect. Liquidity sweep. Deep one. Where did it run to? Really nowhere in particular. Maybe something higher. Wasn't at the charts Friday, so I didn't really track it. This one was good. Through here. Not left. Right about here. This was perfect. Liquidity sweep. Order block formed. Came back down. You could run it up to at least 50% of that. This move. Yeah, 50% would have been there. Then trail it. And then finally take it out. That was after hours. This would have been tricky holding it this long at that time of night. You really want to be in and out. Play this boom. Get out in this fair value gap. Because it could chop from here, like it did here, towards the end of the day. Volume dies. We have about 5 minutes till the market opens. Don't expect the market to do much, although it already has. This opened up pretty strong. We're up. High of 162 points. Currently up 140, no, 130-ish points. So that's a big gap, right? That's a big gap. A lot of times when there's a big gap, it just continues up. Smaller gaps, they just wick down and then go. Here, though, it may just dip down into it. I'm going to guess it's going to want to sweep this liquidity right here at 849. So this is what I'm looking for a move, I guess. It really looks like it wants to. But it's really probably just going to chop today. Might sweep and then back into chop. The other option is take out the highs, get people long again, and then fill the entire gap. So you gotta be open-minded. This is looking like a bear flag though. But like they say, if it's obvious to everyone, then they'll probably do the opposite. See what the ES is doing. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, ES. Oh, ES is a little stronger. ES is a little stronger. Wait minutes. Oh, 2 minutes left till market opens.
Order filled.
Rejecting off the 21. Moving average. Staying below it. Building on that bear flag. Tapped into this mess here. Relatively equal lows. Looks like a 786. Maybe it's a little deeper. It's right about on it. A wick deeper. But we're in a premium big time. All time highs. Okay, let's see what she wants to do. I'm on the 1 minute now. If you're ever wondering what time frame I'm on, obviously up here, and then I have a shadow in the background too, so I'm be able to see it. So I can mark it open. Let's see what she does. Almost my first target right off the bat. Wasn't that far though. This is why I don't like jumping in on at open, and this is why I usually wait for this volatility at open to die down because I mean this 15 just took out that liquidity right there. I didn't even take out this one. It might want to. It might be trapping longs. But it really didn't take out any liquidity. It just right stayed right inside that idiot box. It might be all chopped today. Because basically your idiot box is on that, right? So it's just been chopping. There's a tighter idiot box here where it dipped down into, but really the liquidity's here by the looks of it. Because this is all gap.
Order filled. Order filled.
These moves aren't very big at all. This is a very weak open. As I say that, it starts to really move. Didn't leave any gaps for me to play. Might be one of those days it's gonna go right to all my targets straight down. 60-point move it open. 50-point move, not 60. Math. Doing some math. It's just gonna fill the gap. good representation of the gap. See, we opened here. Yeah, I guess it's down here. Going for that 15-minute gap, but looks good. But that's where that. Isn't that amazing how there's always like that little liquidity right there next to where the fair value gaps are? It's not gonna come back for this, is it? See what the gap risk is. Bigger than I would want. I'm gonna be in and out today. I'm not gonna let anything run. I think it's gonna be choppy. See if there's any bigger time frame. Yeah, there's a huge ass gap there. Another 4 hour. Getting into that gap. It's from the opening, huh? It's from the opening week. Yep. See, I'm not gonna play this because it could go two ways. Really, we see this, but didn't close over 50%. That gap is strong. See if it inverses it, and I might play the continuation upwards. But it's struggling. Well, it's above 50%. Such weak moves. This would have been a high risk scalp here. Played off one of these wicks and up into that, but as you see, it's rejecting. It doesn't want to be there. 21 still diving. This is where it could start to chop too, because it could get stuck here, push back up, and chop. Or it's just gonna dive, one or the other.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
No news today, so there's really nothing to draw on. Let me get on the other computer and see what Forex. We have nothing really to speak of. Chicago PMI in 3 minutes. That usually doesn't do much. Um, like I said though in the chat, it's Trump era, so things can move stuff a lot more. Tomorrow is going to be hopefully get some movement in the market. Early morning pre-market might chop. We have Powell speaking at 9:30, and then we have final manufacturing PMI right after that. And then at 10 we have ISM manufacturing PMI. And then with jolts, that usually that could send the market into some pretty volatile situations between 9 and 11. So we're going to be looking for entries to catch a wave somewhere in that time period. News isn't something you really should be scared of. It's just something you shouldn't be in when it's happening. And then you catch the wave and the fall through or the continuation after that. Wednesday we have a DP non-farm at 8:15. I have to go back and check my notes. It's usually not that big of a deal. And then we have non-farm unemployment on Thursday, which is big. But these are all on days that, like Thursday. Thursday's July 3rd. There's a short day. Market closes early, and then Friday's the bank holiday completely. So, uh, you know, last year wasn't much. There was not much movement on non-farm. There was not much movement on any of these red folders last year. Because once you think about a market, what a market maker is going to do this week, oh, they're going to take it off. There's going to be a short day on Thursday. There's going to be no trading on Friday. Good time to shut it down and just let it. Let's go on holiday. Gotta turn the fan on. I might even open a window. It's beautiful out. Rejecting off that fair value gap there. That's usually a play for me, but it already gone down quite a bit into the gap. Usually I just want to be in out of this one candle. And then beep beep boop 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 boop. I would like that. It's only actually it's gone quite a bit from there. 120 ticks, so it would have been a nice little trade. And that's all you need. This is the candle you need. That's it. You get 100 ticks, even better. But for me, I'm scalping anywhere between 40 and 100 are good. If I can get in on a impulse candle like these here, I can just let it run. But like I said, it's probably going to chop here for a bit. New 15-minute candle. Feel this first 15 minutes, right? I mean, if you wanted, I had a good feeling it was going down, but I don't like taking these setups quite yet. Bumping off this 21 when it's cooking like that, that's life revision, right? You got um, you like off this order block
Order
here,
submitted.
just above all-time high.
Order filled.
Scalp it down to
Order
a
submitted.
maybe even here. It's probably just a 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5, almost 3 if you bring it to here. That's high risk right there, though. It would have worked, but high risk. Open could have just said F you and just shot right up. Would have had more confidence in that trade if this red candle had closed below that green candle. I would have had more confidence in taking that higher risk trade. This wants to come back down again. It's gonna keep on forming. You hear orders in the background. That's just me testing out the bot, which has been junk. Um, Working on dialing it in, but I'm not happy with it. And I'm just running it on
Order filled.
accounts I don't care about. A lot of people are gonna get eaten up in this chop right here. Look at going back to that 15-minute play. Like what did it do here, right? I mean, what did it give you in here? Really not much, right? You got not much. Played off that fair value gap, maybe. Got inversed back into this fair value gap and down. You could have got in right here for that move, actually. But that's super high risk, in my opinion. We gotta take it down to here, right? Yeah, that would be a nice trade. I like to taper that over and over again so I get more confidence in my direction at open. Because obviously I was right here, right? I mean, it's not about being right, it's about just allowing the market to show you what it wants to do. You put a theory in, you put two theories in, right? It could do this or it could do that. And if it does one of them, you get in on it. If it does the other one, you get in on that one. For me, I'm a scalper. I don't need direction for the entire day. I need direction for this 15-minute candle. Because I only need to catch 1/15th of it to make any money. Oh, she's just gonna chop. It's gonna be boring. It's going to be boring. grind one way, grind the other. What I might wait for is this 15 to stall out or this 5 to stall out. Bouncing off that 15-minute fair value gap right now. I might wait for this to make an order block, so we have probably another 25 minutes, but I'll see. I want this to stay right here. I want this to chop. If not, I'll look lower for it to come down and then read back up. These all look heavy though. See what the other markets are doing. What's crypto doing? A lot of these are for old lifer calls. Market's gonna bleed this week. That's what I thought. I did end up selling a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum over the weekend. That's why it didn't take that long right there. Did not want to get through that fair value gap. That was actually a good short.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I have no confidence this week in the price giving any kind of follow through.
Order filled.
Just might want to keep doing this. Might want to keep laddering down. Who knows though? It's not doing much. Well, that's not a fair value gap. You might want to keep laddering down, but who knows? Let's see. It's in that fair value gap. Good rejection off that fair value gap. Like I said, I want this to keep chopping here. I want this to actually come down. And I might get in on the next one. Got 5 minutes building a good order block. But this is coming down. See, it's still everything looks so bearish, but at the same time looking like it wants to reverse. Look how balanced that is. No fair value gaps in there. Nice fair value gap for the fives all the way up here. And I don't like tweezer bottoms like this. I don't like these bottoms being. I like to see a bigger wick. I like to see like a wick like this on the 15, like really wicky. That would have been a good play. Would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It's a long time to go that little bit, though. See, it looks like I just want to keep boom, it keeps dragging down into the back down into the gap. 15-minute fair value gap's holding everything up though. It's holding it up. Keep chopping. See that 5-minute got rejected there, didn't make that lower block. It's coming down. It's just gonna this is gonna come down, it's gonna come up, it's gonna keep on traveling down. It's pretty much run through. Little bull divvies. Going here, going here. Trust him though. There's a hidden bullish right there. Then dumped. Hidden bullish, then yeah. Reversal here, dumped. Just read what Mid said in the Discord. When we said we expected nothing from today, at least move a little. Yeah, no joke, right? That's mean this is what's gonna happen. There was no follow through with this movement. No follow through at all. Got stuck quick, right? Got stuck in there really quick. 2 minutes left in this candle. See what it does. Then what I'm gonna want to see is if this candle closes right about here, right? I'm gonna want to see it like wiggle a little bit in here, come back down, and then back up. But this could just continue to be down. I don't really want to see this pump right now. I want to see this come down a little bit. It's not the end of the world though if it does, because I still want you want to see this create the swing low. You want to see it test this fair value gap again. And then try to go back up and eat in this one. See how strong this one actually is. Yeah, it came short on that one, so there was some resistance here. Definite resistance within the fair value gap. Let's see it come down and create a swing low. And then go. I don't want it to be a stupid swing low like this. That will suck. I want to see it down. That's what I want to see. Will I see it? No, this is pretty strong at the end of this finish. Again, we have this, right? With that coming down. 7-minute. I like to look at the 7-minute there so often. Usually shows what it's going to kind of do on the 15. Because it's fractal. Everything is just diving. Everything's just coming down. Usually when it does this, it builds out like these like little stair, like this, up back into it. It slowly grinds at that fair value gap. These candles aren't even friggin'. These candles are friggin' tiny. Tiny candles. 30 tick candles. Obviously this one's bigger. It's probably like 100, maybe 80, 70. Okay, let's look forward to making money per turn on this here, right? Let's see if it wants to. Let's just take a look and see where 786 would be if this was the high. If it closes somewhere around here, right? We'll just do it right off this order block. Somewhere there. Chop chop. Trading's fun. You just sit here and chop.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Yeah, we're just sitting here doing nothing. I'm literally answering emails right now. That's how excited the price action is. I'm just sitting here answering emails. I'm not an entertainer.
Or, order filled.
Sup, mid? So you know. Well, so everything I thought of it this morning is really no entry. This would have been the higher risk entry here. Um, you can see how it came. Like, well, once you go back and watch the beginning, I marked out some key levels right. It bounced off that key level. I mean, it didn't. It came short of that key level, back up into this fair value gap. This would have been a short down into it, but it came did it twice. Usually the second time it'll run through. It took three times to run through. But this trade here alone, right here, is would have been a nice little trade. Um, but I just don't expect any follow through. I expected just to go into a chop, and it kind of did. But that would have been enough to pay, right? It would have been a really bad risk reward, though. You. I'll just do it this way. Your the short would be like right around there. You'd enter at the bottom of the fair value gap. Your stop would be above the wick of the candle that created the fair value gap, and then you'd want to run it down to there. Talking about 1.82, it's not even a 1 to 2, and it's not even gonna get two reward on it. So that would have been high risk, and you just want to get the hell out. Like I would have hated it. I probably would have got, to be honest, I would have got out in this shop here. Once I saw this reaction here, I would have broke even this trade. Had not been in it because I would have expected to chop. It did finally go down there, but usually these moves are a lot quicker. Like you get two or three of these candles, and then this candle will be the one that breaks it, or this one will be the one that break it, and it didn't break it. It stopped short again, came back up into that fair value gap, and then finally pounded into this fair value gap here, where it's rejecting kind of nicely. Again, nothing strong though. You're seeing nothing strong. It's everything's just wicked, 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 wicked. It's kind of line we're gonna have. What's up, TNB? Now we're seeing some volume come in just by these candles. Gant's having a hard time. It's gonna eat at this for a while. Must have been a lot of orders here. Again, what I'm expecting this to do is kind of the stair step, where like this here, right? See this how this came down and then stair stepped. I don't expect it to go back up though. This is pretty strong. I expect to stair step it up until it meets the 21, and then get rejected and come back to for these gaps down here. But everything's so slow and everything's just not moving. I'm probably not even going to take a trade today, guys. To be honest with you, I might find a quick scalp, but I'm talking about you're going to watch me in for 15, 20 seconds. I just don't trust anything. What I really wanted this 15-minute candle to do was to close down. I wanted this 15-minute candle to come down and make this a cleaner swing low. If this came down here and started to push up, that would mean a stronger push to the upside, but it didn't. It got hung up in here. Um, Bulls tried to come in strong here, and then is just meeting with massive bear resistance right now. This fair value gap is going to take a while to eat, so it's going to stair step, I think. Which means chop. It means this 1 minute is going to chop like this, and then there'll be a burst one way or the other. It'll burst up and then chop again, then burst up, then chop again. It's really hard to get into these kind of grindy days. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, or anything you want me to go over, because we're probably just going to watch this grind a bit. Awesome. Stas, what's up? Hope you're doing all right, brother. There's that pop I was literally just talking about. It might want to go a little bit here. But again, we're fighting that 15-minute fair value gap. I don't like this personally. I don't like this price action. There's a lot of people that probably already got into this trade. Personally, I don't like it. Nothing was clean through here for me. Cleanest was the five, but even then, that's gross. And there it is. It's touching that 21 on the five. This is kind of where I mix in lifer and friend vision. If you're in a long, that's where I would have taken a partial or all of it. This is all looking pretty bearish. It's going to want to touch this. Is going to want to stair step into this 21. That had such a good reaction off that 15-minute fair value gap. It's where like Sandy probably got in here if he's not on the golf course. And this would have been a good entry if you're going to soup it. I'm not good at souping. That's a perfect soup. I wait for the order blocks to form, and usually that I miss a lot of that movement. But I don't mind because I just scalp it. But that's look at that. Look how that would have been a really great soup. With this soup, you're base, and I don't want to teach anything I really don't know either. But this soup, you would enter at the top of that fair value gap. Probably you can probably put your stop below that, but look at the risk reward. It's not very good. Unless you think it's going to go all the way back up to all-time highs. Everything's getting rejected. Kind of like like I was talking about earlier. It's gonna chop, 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 boom, chop, 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 boom. Or even reject here.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
To break this high. This is where breakout. This is the type of action breakout traders get absolutely crushed in. Because you know someone took that breakout there all the way back. With this breakout here. Oh, it broke this high. Time to get in. I'm gonna put my stop below that candle. REKT. What's up, Uncrypt? Just watching this chop. Actually, no, there's some people here. I'll go over. This was, look how perfect this was on Friday. I was not trading Friday. Um, I showed this one in the group, that short. And then I left the office around here. This was actually pretty good. Got the order block there, and it just went up. But this is a great one, right? Let's go over this real quick. If I know how to chart on this computer. Right, it broke that, swept that liquidity, reacted greatly off the 200, made this order block. Came back down. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Came back down, right? There's a couple places you can put your order with a wick this big. I would try to play it off the wick. So probably off that wick there, I would have gone in. Right, put your entry there. Another place that people like to, if this wick's smaller, if that wick was smaller, off the body, right? Off the body of it. That's I like that one better because you get a better risk reward. But with that wick being so high, I might have waited. I might have waited for this to come down, and then once it started pumping back up, I just jump in on. I'll drop down to the 1 minute and find a place to get in. But you can play this. You can play this order block play on the 15. You just use a lot less contracts, right? And then it would look something along the lines of gonna want to get in, put your stop at the swing low. You're looking for at least 50% of the move. So you're looking somewhere. I'm pointing to it like you can see me. It's funny. Somewhere up here. That's a big risk reward though. Too much risk. So let's see if you take it full apart. That's better, right? That's almost 2.5. You could even shrink this up, say, midpoint of that order block. That should be safe too, because if it's biting down into that order block anymore after it already propelled, that's going to be a failing trade. You want to get out of it. So now your risk reward is much better. You got a 4-to-1 right there, going to the halfway point of that fair value gap. That's perfect. This is like, it's so perfect. And another thing to mention with this though is this is at 3 o'clock, 2:45, 3 o'clock, right? The market is going to go chop at 4, sometimes at 3:45. So you wouldn't be able to hold this long enough either, because the market closes here, and you have to have all your orders closed out by there. So I mean, you could have held on as long as you could and just gotten out. Do a time stop, right? Say I'm gonna close out my trade no matter what at 350 or 345, right? So it would be somewhere in here where you'd be closing out your trade because you don't want to get caught in this. And sometimes it can be violent, but most of the times you're just chopping into close. Breakout traders totally crushed. Yeah, exactly. Like if you like
Order
when I'm
submitted.
playing the 15, I'll normally go with
Filled.
that.
Order submitted.
If I'm playing the 1, obviously it's um, a lot less movement, a lot less ticks you're risking. This action sucks. I might close it down here in a minute. That's when everything's gonna move. See, that's stair stepping, just stair stepping. Yeah, yeah, no.
Order submitted.
This week's gonna be a lot of this.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
This actually looks like a continuation, right? Continuation pattern got into the 15-minute fair value gap, got rejected. just like we saw in the one, right? It's fractal. This one into this fair value gap, we got rejected. That fair value gap right there, rejected. Into this fair value gap, rejected. Yeah, okay, so there's contracts for each quarter. This the September one, yes, is the end of September, is when, or sometime in the middle of September is when this contract expires, and then you have to go to the new one. Um, show you here. It's not gonna be. Oh, because I have the U in it. Hold on. Oops. Crap. See here, all the different contracts, right? September, and then December. So when this one comes to close, we'll just switch over to December, and then when December comes, we'll switch over to March, and so on and so forth. Those changeover weeks, which happened last week, are also another tough. They tend to chop because you're gonna have some people that don't change over to the last day. So you're gonna have like that volume is split between two contracts, and you just get a lot of chop, grossness. Technically, you can trade any of those contracts right now. I'll show you what it looks like though. Actually, let's go with it. See, it's all choppy. You could trade it before it opened, but it's all gross. It's like big gaps everywhere. There's no volume, but bots or something traded. I don't know who else trading it, but they do. Oh, look at that! Right back where we started. Chop City. I don't even know if I want to try to scalp this. Like this is like I'm usually really good at these chops, but they're not even leaving like 1 minute order blocks. It's just like that's the closest thing down here would have been that scalp for that 1 minute candle. Maybe a continuation here with that breakout, but I don't trust that. It's not really doing anything. Here, this would have been another little scalp, but it would have been nothing. I would have got crushed on that one. I would have broke even that trade. It's not even good chop. It's bad chop. See what Bitcoin's doing. There's this chart because it doesn't have much markets on it. You know, Bitcoin's doing the same thing. Even messier though. Let's see what Sandy's Golden Touch is doing. He's the master of gold. Everything's doing the same thing. Everything's just waiting for Powell to speak tomorrow. That's all there is. That's all I can think of. Is everything's just going to freaking chop. There might be some big movement, but there's just going to be a lot of this chop. No news. Waiting for Powell. I might just call it a day and go find some fun things to do today. You always have to take what Master Friend says to heart and don't listen, really don't listen to the other person um, who likes to trade every single day, all hours of the day. It's bad. It's just bad for your psyche. Um, causes beginners to overtrade, to really think you have to grind all the time. You don't, especially when you're in NQ, especially when this candle here, right? This candle here, for me, that one candle, right? That one candle right there, that's $1,000 candle. That's a light. That's a light thousand. Depends how many contracts I'm trading, but that's $1,000 candle. That's all I need, right? You don't need to sit here all day waiting and waiting and waiting. My best months have come when I've traded 9, 11 times in the entire month. That's when I've made the most money. When I've made the least money is when I trade 9 or 10 times a day. Exactly. You don't want to have to feel like you have to take a trade. Always just go into the day with, like I said, you come up with a plan, uh, and just I come up with two plans in the morning. I come up with a bullish plan and a bearish plan. I lean heavily towards one or the other, and then when one starts to play out, or I'll try to jump into a trade. But once you recognize that it's going to do this, why do we want to sit here all day? There's nice weather outside. There's refreshing things to do. Um, just wait for it. Wait for it. It's just going to be like this all week. Maybe like I said, maybe tomorrow, because Kyle speaking, we'll get some good action. But today, I'm not going to sit through this. I might come back at 1, or I might just go outside with the dogs right now and just keep my chart open on my phone and see if this 15-minute wants to do anything special. But so far, it's not everything I said. But where are we jumping in? Where are we jumping in on this? Right? It's only 100 ticks from there, and I'm looking for like 300, 400 tick moves so I can get 100 ticks of that. I don't want to see a 100 tick move and try to get 30 ticks out of it. It's just too high risk, too scalpy for me. I like the scalp, but not that much. Not for that little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. This 15-minute is waking back up. So appreciate you guys. I'll stream again tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a little more interesting than today. See you in the Discord.